Welcome back. So in this video we are going to talk about section 3 of your grade 12 advanced book, creating the space Rover chassis. So if you go to the book and then go on with the pages, you will see a few activities which you have to complete. And the second activity is to measure the components which are in the project kit and then note down the values. So once you have noted them down, you have to sketch a chassis idea where you can place the components according to your wish, with keeping in mind that 140 millimeter is a maximum printing length. Then go on over here, you have to give the measurements of your chassis. I'm gonna give this as 130 millimeter, this as 110 millimeter, and the thickness is going to be 50 millimeter. Let's go on here. So first we need to create this chassis. So in order to get it done, let's go to Fusion. Make sure you know how to save the file. Let's choose this one. I'm going to save somewhere over space Rover main as chassis. That's done. So I'm going to save this as chassis. Let's go to create sketch over here, choose the bottom face. I've got this over here. Next is sketch, rectangle, center rectangle. Make sure to click on the center point over here, which is 0 0, and then this is going to be 110 millimeter, this is going to be 130 millimeter. Press enter, you've got it done. Then click on the home, go to create, extrude, or you can press E on your keyboard. Click on this face, type in 50 millimeter. So you've got this done. Now we need to shell this inside. So let's go to modify, shell, click on the top face, and then give the inside thickness to be around 3 millimeter. Click OK. Then we need to do fillet on the edges. For that, go to modify, fillet, or press F. Go to this, rotate a bit over here, and here. So you got 4 edges selected. Let's zoom in a bit and see which measurements do we need, 2 or a 3. Yeah, I think I will go with a 3. I've got this fillet here on 3. Now I need to do for the bottom. Yeah, so again, modify, fillet, choose the bottom line, put in 3, and then press enter. So we got the fillet done. So as we see over here, we got it done. Now we need to add holes to put the LEDs. So for that, let's go to sketch, point. I'm going to choose this face, which is right face over here. So I choose this one, and then I'm gonna put instead of point, let's first do a construction line. So go to sketch line. Make sure the sketch palette is open. If it's minimized, make sure to click on this one and maximize it. Choose the construction line, and then from over here I'm going to draw a straight line until here, keeping in mind the degree is 0. Yeah, keeping in mind the degree is 0, and then press the tab, and then now you have got a straight line. I click over here. We need to make sure this is 10 millimeter from the top. Right click on this line, sketch dimension, or you can press D on your keyboard. So I choose this one along with this one. There's going to be 10 millimeters. Now I'm going to sketch points on this line. So I go to sketch, I go to point, I click somewhere over here as well as somewhere over here. So I've got 2 points. Right click on the point, sketch, sketch dimension, and then from the top already it's 10, so I'm gonna choose the outside line over here, and then I type in as 15. Same for this one, from the outside it's going to be 15. Yeah, now I go to create hole. I choose these 2 points over here. Make sure the extent is set to all type is simple, hole tab type is simple, and then its drill point is on an angle. The diameter should be 5 millimeter. I click OK. So when you go back to home, you see from this sketch they made a hole on the other side. That's why we chose the extent as all. Once that's done, next is to create hole on the bottom face for the wires and switches. So go to create sketch, choose the bottom face, rotate it 90 degrees. So we have the 110 millimeter here, 130 over here. Yeah, so go to sketch point. I sketch up 2 points, actually not a 1 point, 2 points along this green line, which is the center, somewhere over here, and another point somewhere on the bottom right. So I've got 3 points. I press escape. I can either click D on your on the keyboard or right click on the point, sketch, and then go to sketch dimension. And then from the outside line, it's gonna be 10 millimeter. Yeah, this is gonna be 10 millimeter. Yep. And then over here, this point and this outside line, it's gonna be 10 millimeter again, which is good. And then this point is gonna be 15 millimeter from the outside, right? And then this is gonna be 15 from the outside. Yeah. So that is done. Now again we have to make holes. So create, go to hole, choose the 3 points you just created, same as before, extend, set it as all, diameter 5 millimeter, the remaining things are the same, click on OK. So I've got the 3 holes done. That's it for now. Now we need to create screw mount on the top surface. Now create the screw mount on the top surface. Let's go to create sketch, zoom in, choose the top surface, home button, top, rotate it 90-degree clockwise, 110 millimeter over here, 130 millimeter over here. Now I go to sketch, arc, center point arc, and then I click on the midpoint over here. I go 6 millimeter towards the left, press enter once again, and then bring all the way here until it touches 180 degree on the other side. Yeah. So I've got the arc done. Now I need to sketch a point over here. So sketch, point, and I place the point along the red line somewhere over here. Yep, so I got the point. Now I press escape or ESC or the escape button on the keyboard, right click, then right click on the point, sketch dimension, inside line, outside line, right? So click on the inside line and make sure it's 2 millimeter from the inside. Got the point here. Once that's done, I click on the home button, zoom into the arc I created. I go to create, extrude. I choose this one and towards the down. See, now the point, an arrow mark is pointing upward. So in order to go downward, you can type -10. So it goes down 10 millimeter. Yeah. And then make sure the operation is set as join and then click OK. So I've got this over here. Now that the point that you created is missing, that's because if you go to the sketch, it's hidden over here. To bring back the point, click on this bulb so the point is over here. Yeah. Once that's done, go to create hole, choose this point, the one that you plotted recently. Click on the point and then choose extend. From distance make it 2, and then the hole type is simple, hole tab type is simple, drill point is angled, and then diameter should be 2 millimeter. But since you chose 2, it's basically from this point until which another point. Yeah, so I click on this one, so I'm choosing from this point until this side. So the hole is made from the top until the bottom, and then I click OK. So I've got the hole over here. If you look from the top, you will see it. Let's go on. Yeah, this is the hole that I created now. Okay. Now what I can do is I can hide the sketch and you will see the hole much clearer. So once that's done, now we need to mirror it so that our chassis is done. So in order to get it done, let's go to create mirror, and instead of pattern from faces, I'm gonna choose features, and then I will click over here and this one, and then for the mirror plane I'm going to choose this one over here, and I click OK. So I've got this from this side onto this side, and that's your chassis done.